Buddy, what is it? Oh, I feel terrible. Something is wrong with his left front paw. His pads are definitely dry. Oh, he wants to go so bad. What's wrong with that paw? Hey. What's wrong with your paw? Is there something wrong with it? Oh. Okay. Hi everybody. Before we jump into today's travel video, thanks everybody for all the tips and well wishes about that, I think, sciatic nerve tweak that I did. It's been just over a week since that happened. I can still feel it. I definitely took about 3 days just sitting on my butt, you know, Lefty going bonkers on me, and just really taking it easy. I mean, that was scary pain. I described it like somebody was driving a nail down into my hip. It was brutal. I've never had that happen before. So thank you everybody for commenting and letting me know that you're thinking about me out there. I really appreciate that. Let's get into this video and I hope you enjoy it. All right, well, this is it. We are packing up today. Lefty's helping by keeping me company. We're packing up today and we're gonna leave this area for the winter finally, now that the winter is over. It's beautiful this morning. It's I don't know, 10 a.m. It's got to be 70 degrees. Beautiful morning. Nice warm breeze. So I've just got a couple last things to button up, put the carpet away, fold up Lefty's chair. We're gonna swing into Quartzsite and we're gonna drop off garbage on the way into town. We've got to go that way because we're getting on Interstate 10 and the exits are right up in town there. There's 2 Interstate 10 exits in Quartzsite. So we're gonna head into town. We're gonna stop and pick up some water. I want to go to the Coyote grocery to see if they have some fresh rolls, which they typically do. Pick up a bag of those. And then I guess we're gonna drive. We already went for a walk. And I flipped the seat switch over there on the driver's seat. I flipped the switch this morning for about an hour to charge the cranking batteries from the solar system so that I can keep my cranking batteries power. Excuse me, I gotta get this light from under here. Thank you. My mouse deterrent. Whether it does anything or not, I don't know. But we haven't had any issues with the truck and mice all winter. So we're gonna get finished packed up here and get out of here. Excited, actually. Excited to get moving, see something different. Okay, are you ready to go for an adventure? Left? Oh, he's ready to go, huh? Gonna miss your favorite spot, the holes over there. You know, Lefty knows there's things in those holes. He drags me over there all the time to stand and stare at the holes. That's his thing. But we need a new adventure place, right? We're gonna go try to find water. That's my goal. There we go. All right, so we're gonna stop up here and say goodbye to my 2 friends that I made this winter. Overdrive off. Dash cam engaged. Don't be mad at me. We'll find new adventures to take their place, okay? I promise. They're camera shy. They don't want to be on the camera. So I'm going to go say my goodbyes and... Okay. Bye-bye. Here we go. Ready to rock and roll. So we're getting on Interstate 10, headed east out of Quartzsite. The trip we're taking is just over 80 miles from the location we were at outside of Quartzsite to this new location. So it's a short drive. It's about, I think it was 11 miles on the interstate, and then we're off onto surface roads. So the trip, even though it was just 80 miles, it's going to take us 2 hours roughly, or a little more, just because of the speed that we're going to be traveling at. So here we're already jumping off of the interstate. We're going to be getting on Route 60 east, headed towards Wickenburg. When you think about desert roads, flat and straight, check out this road. It goes flat and straight for quite a while. Now this was really bizarre. In the middle of nowhere, a traffic circle. A good infrastructure dollars being spent there. That was so strange to come across. Keep your eyes peeled to the right. You're going to see one of the Colorado River canals. Do you see that? Beautiful blue water. Now we're going to do a little snake around and climb up and over this ridge of mountains and then down the other side. It's always wild to come into these little towns. Now this is, we're way out. Remember, it gets up in the triple digits, 115 in the summer out in these areas. So coming up soon here on the outskirts of this small town is where we're going to be making a turn onto, I forget the route, I'll try to put it in here, but this road we're going to be turning onto is posted as a narrow road, and you're going to see why.
Take the next left onto 2nd Street, Cunningham Pass Road.
Just making a turn, buddy.
Continue for 7 miles.
There's always dips in the roads out here for the rain washes, but this one was fierce. I had to really hammer on the brakes to slow down my speed on that one. This road, very narrow and had a crumbling edge on it, and you can see no shoulder at all. And when I was passing, or when oncoming traffic was coming at me, especially if it was a rig, we both were pushed over to the edge I'd like to say that everybody that came at me was pushed over to their edge, but some people, I guess, not comfortable. Now this road, after we came up and over that little row of mountains there and we came down this other side, I had one of those moments here as I was looking out over this flat expanse of nothingness. I had one of those moments where I got a little bit of fear because I see nothing out in front of me and I'm on a desolate road, and I got just a twinge of fear of breakdown. Now, I used to have those all the time. I don't anymore because I've put so many miles on the truck and gotten so comfortable and trustworthy of the rig. But I'll admit that when I saw that expanse out in front of me, I had a moment of fear. But I'm glad to say I was able to push it aside pretty quickly and just turned it to soaking up the view and enjoying what I was seeing and what I was doing, and, you know, holding on to the excitement of finding a new place to camp. Get ready for this. Here comes the pull-off onto the dirt road. And I've got a guy on my tail that just will not let up. This dirt road, it's not the worst that I've been on. I was able to actually sometimes get up to 15 miles an hour, but I was mostly at about 9 or 10 miles an hour. So definitely better, way better than that road out in Utah that I remember with those like 4-inch high washboards. So better than that. This is obviously maintained, and this was about 8 miles on this road. Now, coming up here soon is a place that's called the Wayside. This is from what I take it, it's a store. They got water. I'm guessing there's a bar here probably because it's got a lot of activity. It looks like there's a campground. I pulled in there and just took a look at it just because I was curious about it. Hold on.
In half a mile, make a U-turn.
Fuel, eh? Okay, bud. Hey. Well.
Turn right onto Wickenburg Road.
I see water. God, there's a lake up here. I just caught the first glimpse of the lake. Look at these fuckers, man. Jesus. Life must be rough, huh? Look at that with the matching paint job. I guess, you know, that's pretty egotistical. Gotta get the matching paint job. Oh, there it is. Beautiful. So we're trying to find a spot here. We're having a difficult time. The place is really crowded. So I finally just pulled in and found a spot to park, and I hooked up Lefty on the leash, and we walked. And we walked for probably a half an hour in total, and I located a place where we could go up more towards the water. So we jumped back in the truck, and we drove down to that location, and we parked. And I was planning to stay in this location that we went to. I wasn't super happy with it, but the place was really crowded. Now, this was on Monday, and I never travel on the weekends because places are always more crowded on the weekends, so I try to do Monday, Tuesday. And this was Monday, and this place was really crowded. I was surprised at how many people were here. So I felt like this was kind of the best I was going to do. I mean, it's a really big area. I couldn't walk the whole area. So you can see we're headed out on a finger here. And this up here on the left is the best that I could find. It was on kind of a downslope. I was able to put a couple rocks under the left side wheels and get us leveled up, but really overall just wasn't happy with this spot. But this is where I planned on staying. So I had leveled us out, I put the carpet out, and I hooked up Lefty to go for a walk. And while we were out on this walk, I found some better places. So we packed back up and piled back in the truck and did a U-turn from where we were, and we went over to the location that we actually ended up at and stayed at, a much better location. So we pulled down to this spot, and I got out, looked at how we were situated for slant. So taking the time to get leveled and oriented to the sun correctly, it really pays off. So even though you really want to get out of the truck and get settled, take the extra minutes to make sure that you're level enough, that you got the side of the truck towards the sun that you want, that I got room on the door side for Lefty to play over there and maybe do some lizard hunting, which he is. But taking this extra time, it took me, I think, 3 or 4 times of parking and then getting out. I go in the back of the truck. I feel the slant in there if there is any. I get out and look at it visually. You know, I've tried using some of those, not compass, but you know what I mean, leveling apps that are on the phone. And I find it's better if I just do it by feel and by look. That works out a lot better for me. So we got parked and I got Lefty on the leash. And within 2 minutes of parking the truck and shutting the engine off, this is what we were doing. There you go. That feel better? Huh? That feel good?